Hello, this is Miss Doherty, learning with Miss Doherty. Today, instead of talking about just math and how we do some topic in math, I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room, which is students are not organizing their information as they need to. So anyway, this is what I use in my classroom every single year that I have been able to use OneNote. I have used it when I was in college. I absolutely love it. As you can see, I have many notebooks over here. I have much more notebooks, but I'm not going to open that up. I have one here that is the one that says Deborah Default, that with that navy blue one. That is my school one. And then I have created one here that is for my 2025-2026 school year. Being that this is my tablet, there is some functionality things that I do not have available to me that I do create on a desktop or laptop. And one of those is to create section groups. But what I'm doing is I'm just showing you one of the things I do with that is that I have created a section group that says like marking period 1, marking period 2, marking period 3. And if this updates the way it should, I should have one that says marking period 4, week 1, because I already have that already planned. But I've synced it and it's still not showing up. I don't know whether there's something that is out of range, but I will try to sync it over on my laptop and see if it shows up later over here. Okay, because I created most of it on my laptop. So as you see, I have marking period 1, and then I have a section group that says like week 1, week 2, like right here. I've got week 8, and then in those weeks I put in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then anything else I might need, such as some announcements I need to put out there. And then I separate it by my preps. I have math models, and then I have algebraic reasoning, and I also have Algebra 1 EOC support. So then I have a first period, and then the do now, any questions. I also put in there whatever the activity is, if the activity is separate. And then the exit ticket, those are all in there. First period, fourth period, fifth period, and then algebraic reasoning, second period, and third period. And the reason I just have to make one set of the template, which is the do now, the questions, activity, the exit ticket, and then I can select all of those and copy them. So let's see if I can do that right now. Oops, come on, back. Ah, this thing is so touchy. Okay, let's go back to my navigation. I am just going to grab something from 7th period. I'm just going to see if I can get these to copy and copy. Oh, I want to select all of them. Okay, let's see if I can. My recorder is like right where I want to be. Move out of the way. What I want to do is I want to not add to home screen. I want to create a copy, and then it would make a copy of it for me. I will probably do another video on that later to show that it will make copies of things for me later. All right, let's do close. But what I can do is I can select on my laptop everything from 7th period, tell it to copy and then paste, and it will just put another copy in it. That's how I got all these ones that said United States taxes in the United States, notes and keys, and other things like that. So reason that I do a separate single one for each class is because you never know what will stop a class. You may have a fire alarm. You may have a meeting, like for instance, my 3rd period class, algebraic reasoning. There is senior meetings that happen. There is citizenship readiness plans that we've been doing all year long. So they may occur. Like I said, you just never know. May have a medical hold for some reason, and one class may be extended out and the other one may be cut short. So it just helps me keep track of what I'm doing in that particular class. So I'm going to come down here and show you what we did with our, let's see, I want to go into week 8 on a Thursday. The last thing that shows up here. Nope, that's not the one I want. What about Tuesday? That is not the one I want. What about Thursday here? Okay, and I want to go into, that is not what I'm looking for either. What about Monday? Okay, Monday there was no school. And let's see what we were doing for 7th period that day. So usually if I have one that carries through, I just link them over and I don't have to go back and forth. I just hit the link and there we go. There's our link to our activity. Click on that one. And it'll take you back to wherever you were. Problems enlarged. So if there's something I was working with, I want that to be enlarged. Come on, open. Okay. So there's my enlarged problem. So when I'm working with something and it's too tiny, I can enlarge it so that my students can see it better. And this was for my algebraic reasoning class. And since these were students that I worked with, this is something that I created off of CUDA software, and we were working on dividing polynomials. So we just went through that, found that we want to find a greatest common factor here, 10 and 8. We can factor out a 2 because 5 times 2 is 10 and 2 times 4 is 8. Factored out 2 leaves me with 5 over 4. We still have an m. I go ahead and use the reciprocal on this, and so I went ahead and wrote it as 9 over 4 times m cubed. And then since there is nothing else I can factor out, 5 times 9 is 45, and 4 times 4 is 16, and I have 1 m and 3 more m's is m to the 4th. However, m cannot equal 0 because if this is 0, it makes 16 raised to the 4th power would be 0. I mean, 0 raised to the 4th power is 0, multiplied by 16 is still 0, and we cannot divide by 0. So anyway, that is just one of the things that we could do with that. One of the things that we can also do with this is we can add, again, this is not available on the tablet, but it is available on my, let's see what we've got here, where we can add in, okay, I had substitute, that was the week I was out because somebody was not kind to me. Okay, let's try week 6. Let's try Wednesday. Okay, so I have over here where I had my math models, which is my lead header, and then I have a sub page, which is first period, and then I have under that I can also do another sub page, which is my do nows, my questions, my activities, and then I can collapse usually my big sub header like this, but I cannot collapse them on this because again it's limited access. All right, I use that also to organize my business information. So as I said, I have CUDA software, like you saw the one where I enlarged it, and I use that just with my students in my classroom. You will not see me putting anything out on this page, on this website, out on this YouTube, anything with a video that has my CUDA software stuff in there. The only way that you will be able to see anything that I have created with CUDA software will be if you sign up to be one of my tutees, and then you will get a link. It will be a private link, because then I will be assessing what do you know, what skills are you bringing to the class, what skills are you not, what are you weak in, and I can also set you up with what's called CUDA Works. They do charge me for a student, and they charge me a certain amount for each student to access that, but it is to where you can take an assessment that I have created, and this is called infinite algebra, infinite pre-algebra, infinite geometry. I have infinite pre-calculus, infinite geometry, infinite calculus. So I have all 6 of them. And as you can see, there's multiple things that I can create with it. And this is just the topic, but even on the thing of, let's see, beginning algebra, when I guess that would be over in algebra. Keep on remembering. I can't. I'm over here in algebra. That is algebra. I am in adding and subtracting. So under adding and subtracting, oops, okay, we're going to take that out because you are not one of my students right now. You're just watching this video for a second. I have where I have suggested order. Come on, suggested order, beginning. And I don't want that one. Okay. Okay, I guess it was adding and subtracting. So as I make videos, I go and I highlight the topic, and I have created different things here that I need for those particular topics. I go ahead and have them all set up. So I can have like adding rationals, adding decimals, adding integers. So as you can see, these are things that are not on the Kudu software, and I have created a video that goes with it. Okay, so but that Kudu software gives me the topics and what the suggested order is. I create things separate from that. And then if I have people who are interested in becoming my students, they can sign up. But again, the sign up for becoming my student, as for me to tutor you, will happen after the 2026 school year is completed. So May 29th, 2026, actually, let's just go ahead and make it May 31st, 2026, I will no longer be under contract. So with Victoria Independent School District. So that is when I'm transitioning over into Learning with Miss Doherty. I'm still setting up my web page through Squarespace, and I will have more time to focus on that. In the meantime, you can still look at the videos, and I will be also creating some worksheets that I will have created and posted out that you will be able to access. The links will be placed in the video descriptions when those are available. So if I create a worksheet with adding integers with 2 or more digits, you will see that linked in there, or it may just have like a worksheet or 2 that you can do and to practice with it. All right. If you find this informative and interesting, please click the subscribe button and follow, and then please tell others. So as I said, this is just you need to have structure. You need to have something that you're comfortable with, something you will be using day in and day out. And I have used OneNote for many, 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 many years, going on 20 years, I think. So I love it because, again, we have, well, you can change the color of the background if you don't like white. You can add lines. I have my structure here where I'm using my tables in different ways to show addition and subtraction. I don't have as many colors as I have available to me when I am on my laptop. I love my laptop one, but love working with the tablet, love working with OneNote. If you want to use a spreadsheet, if you want to use Google Docs, if you want to use a Google spreadsheet and put links in to your items, you need to find something that makes sense to you and something that you will use and will be easy for you to use. But you need to have a structure. All right, so again, welcome to Learning with Miss Doherty.